classic original. Still has all the hashtags on the bolts. I don't think the thing was ever even power washed. It was stored indoors. It's in beautiful shape. Maybe a quick ride and demo, and then I'll bring it in and tell you all about it. Very smooth, fast, plenty of torque, and great suspension and brakes. It's hard to believe bikes were this smooth and fast 45 years ago. Can't go around with a classic Honda. Definitely an investment quality bike. High beam, low beam, the turn signal indicator, neutral light, dash lights, everything's perfect on the bike. Typical Honda quality. Did you leave anything else out I should talk to you about the bike? So we're going to pull it in and go over the work order. Again, I've got a work order, 2-page work order on this thing, 26 hours labor with parts and shipping of the parts. It was $3,156 put into the restoration or more preservation services because the bike's not restored, it's all original. So just under $3,200 plus the cost of the bike. So we easily got a $7,000 investment here, and hopefully it's going to go up in value with as the years go by. And it gets harder and harder to find a original classic like this. Again, original right down to the mirrors and bars and everything. Silky smooth motor, nice exhaust note. What's not to love about it?
This is Ken Kaplan from Kaplan Cycles in the New England Motorcycle Museum, and today we have a classic Honda CB550K. This is the K model, a very close cosmetic little brother to the 754, which came out in 1969. Has the hallmark signature 4 header pipes, 4 mufflers, and it's a 4-cylinder air-cooled 4-stroke. So this has a very vintage look to it. Of course, it is almost 50 years old. It's in 1975. It is an antique, as considered by the Antique Motorcycle Club of America, and it shows really well and it runs beautiful. We have the original title to it. It's very, very rare to find one of these with the original 1975 title with 1 mile on it. So it could be sold as a one-owner's bike, but the truth is it's been through a couple of hands since then. They just didn't use the title to register it. It has 5,714 original miles. And to my knowledge, it's never been dropped. It's perfectly straight and it's in beautiful condition. The seat looks like an NOS brand new seat. The paint has patina on it, but it shows very nicely. And it's the original paint. It's unretouched original paint. The chrome's got a little patina on it, but by patina I mean a little bit of pitting, like on the original mirrors. But I can tell you, to find an original stock one with 5,000 miles, Very, very hard thing to do. I actually have the catalog right here for actually the climber's manual. This is the New England Motorcycle Museum has a library of manuals, and this is one I pulled out just to show how original this bike is. Matter of fact, the one in the manual here has aftermarket mirrors and low bars on it, which is a common modification. This one has a stock original mirrors, stock original bars, stock original grips and levers, the seat. One of the few items that isn't new on it is the tires. It has a brand new set of tires front and rear. These are a vintage style, period correct style tire. We went right through the bike. We put a total of 26 hours labor over the course of 3 weeks that we worked on the bike. I guess I'll start at the front of the bike. We took the front wheel off, dismantled the brake system, put a brand new Duro replica of the original rear tire on here. It's a 3 1/4 by 18, brand new front tire, brand new tube, brand new rim strip. You can see it's got the new tire tube in there. The brake system was all cleaned up. The calipers were rebuilt. The master cylinder was rebuilt. And everything was adjusted and tuned, spokes checked, everything was 100% on the front end here. Electrical, brand new battery, charging system was checked, all the lights work beautifully on it, horn, everything as you'd expect on a Honda. They're known to have first class Japanese electronics on it, and this bike's no different. Has the jade green original, jade green metallic with the black and gold stripe paint job, just a stunning machine, and the pipes look beautiful. The mechanically, the gas tank was taken off, cleaned out, and there was a small epoxy repair down on the other side on the tank. It had a little pinhole on it, so it was cleaned inside. It looks, when I looked at the inside of the tank, it looked like brand new to me. It's absolutely immaculate now. Super, super clean tank on the inside. The petcock was cleaned and rebuilt with new fuel lines. The carbs were completely dismantled. Okay, I think now would be a good time to show them the pictures of the carb. Sure. We actually took photos of the carburetor restoration as we did it. To share with you here. I think there's well over 100 components in the carb. When you do a complete carb rebuild, all the jets, the float bowls, everything's completely dismantled. It was a full day project to do this for, and we have all the right tools, a hydrosonic carb cleaning tank and a special chemical carb cleaning tank. And it shows a 75 CB550K. Completely dismantled the throttle and complete carburetor system down to the last nut and bolt. Everything was rebuilt with a whole new carb rebuild kit, and then it was put back together and synchronized and adjusted so it runs as good as you're going to get the bike to run, like brand new. So 4 new spark plugs were installed. Let me grab the work order so I don't leave anything out here. Brand new battery, Yuasa battery, new spark plugs, brand new oil filter with O-rings, new oil filter spring seat and crush washer. Has a Maxima 2150 Premium 4, brand new oil in it. The exhaust system was removed from the motorcycle and sodium bicarbonate blasted and cleaned, and new exhaust gaskets were installed. And we used an exhaust repair kit to fix the pinholes, which you can see in the pictures. There were some holes on the muffler, a little bit more than pinholes. There's probably ½ an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Once we cleaned them out, you can see them on the bottom side of the muffler here. Can you get in there and see that? So those were repaired. This original exhaust, it shows beautifully, but it did have some rust holes in it, multiple small rust holes that we patched. The master cylinder on the rear was also rebuilt. There's also the caliper, rear caliper was rebuilt, and a new caliper piston was installed. Excuse me, that was on the front brake. I'm reading the work order here. This is a drum rear brake, so the discs were just, the drum was just clean. The tire and tube were taken off, and a new rim strip, new tube and tire were installed, and the brake system was cleaned. The, whole new OEM carb gasket kit, OEM fuel cap gasket. So this gasket on the bottom side of the cap here, as you can see, is brand new. So that's been replaced. New OEM O-ring caliper pivot. The grips, I thought these were the original grips. They're not, apparently. It says here a new OEM left-hand grip and a right-hand grip. That's why I have to go to the work order. I can't remember everything. Brand new Parts Unlimited non-O-ring 530 chain. So I thought the chain looked new. It is in fact a new chain, new tires, new battery, new carb rebuild kit, brand new OEM bleeder cap, brand new tubes. That's about it. There's 25 line items on here, And one thing we don't do is we don't track their time on what it takes to order the products, but I'm sure it's a fair amount of time ordering all the parts and doing the research to find them. But that's exactly what our techs in our detail department, the detail department put down 4 hours for a full wash, wax, and detail, top to back, which is not a lot of time. So the bike was really clean when it came to us. And let me show you the paperwork on it. I've got the original. This is something we hardly ever see on an almost 50-year-old bike. This is the original title from the original owner, from the New Jersey Department of Motor Vehicles. Purchased on May 25th of 1975 with 1 mile on the bike, apparently. Yep, mileage 0001. So very cool, signed over. So technically, paperwork-wise, it's a one-owner bike, but it's actually been owned by 3 people, right, Kenny?
Well, the owner on the title, the gentleman we purchased it from, and the dealership here. So technically, 3 people, titled.
One, right?
That's correct.
So that pretty much summarizes it. Oh, I also have it has the original factory toolkit underneath the original seat, which is in mint shape. Plus, I have the owner's manual and a previous registration. So if you want to re-register this bike, most antiques are previous reg, so you can just use the previous registration, or you can use the title. I don't recommend you do that, because if you give them the title, you won't get it back.
Yeah, most states in the Northeast are non-title states for antiques, so they'll seize the title when you go to register the bike. Check your state before going to the DMV, but you'll get the previous registration as well as the title. We can get the bike shipped West Coast 600, East Coast 400, United Kingdom 700. Australia 1,000. Contact us for a quote. We got several shippers. I can get you a quick quote.
Pegs look beautiful on it. Levers, shifter. Bike doesn't appear to have been dropped. Appears to be just like was preserved, like you would hope it would be. So
if you have any questions on the bike, give me a call on the shop line here, 860-454-7024, anytime Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or drop us a message on eBay or comment here on YouTube. We're always checking the comments here. The bike's currently on display in the showroom here in Kaplan Cycles in the New England Motorcycle Museum, which the full showroom is opening in a couple months here. So
I wanted to point out a couple of, there's a little crease, a dent, ding on the tank right here. The paint did chip right here, a little bit of patina on the top. There's a small little pea-sized ding on this side right over here also. A little bit of paint chipping on the badge, but this is original 50-year-old paint job. Of course, you're going to have some issues, and it hasn't been in the museum its whole life. It was in a heated garage, but fork boots look like they're brand new. Shocks look great. I wanted to point out the original side cover, very common, has a crack in it, but doesn't affect the functionality. It's still connected perfectly. It's just a cosmetic crack. So a little bit of patina here and there, but just a beautiful survivor. Look at the values of the 750s. 69 Sandcast bikes are, name your price, are 20 grand and up. We just sold a 71 750 at auction. It sold for 12,700. So these 550s are a very close little brother to that, and they are going up in value, just like the 750s, and it's a little bit lighter, easier to handle. These motors rev to the moon. Super great running bike, as you can tell from the riding part of the demonstration. So just a beautiful bike. If you have any questions, give us a call. Kenny gave you our number, right?
yes, sir.
And it'll stay on display here in the museum until it goes to its new home. You're welcome to leave it here as long as you like on display, or take it home right away. So good luck bidding on the bike. God bless America.